What's up, YouTube? How you doing? It's show time. Theme music. Welcome to Wolf King's Vids. I'm your host, the illustrious adversary. Give it up. All right, thank you very much. Let's make this story quick. This is fresh out of Malaysia a couple of days ago. Let's just bring up the screen here. Okay. All right. Okay. Women caned in Malaysia for attempting to have lesbian sex. All right. Human rights groups condemn brutal punishment handed out to pair in Sharia court ruling. All right, so in Malaysia, there was this lesbian couple. One was in her 20s, early 20s, 22, and the other one was 32. Their names, they're unnamed. They're unnamed. Apparently, they were in a sexual tryst, I believe, in a car, according to the story. And as a result, they were found out and they were arrested, several months back. And they were caned 6 times at a courtroom in Terengganu State in front of their family members and government officials. Prison officers have been due to carry out the punishment at the Region Sharia High Court last week, but were delayed until Monday due to technical reasons. The pair, who were arrested in April after being discovered in a car by Islamic enforcement officers, admit a charge of sexual relations between women. They had a fine. Human rights organizations have condemned the sentencing, the latest in a string of incidences in a country that appears to be growing less tolerant of LGBT people. Quote, "This is a terrible day for LGBTI rights and indeed human rights in Malaysia," an Amnesty International researcher of Southeast Asia. To inflict this brutal punishment on 2 people for attempting to engage in consensual same-sex relations is an atrocious setback in the government's efforts to improve its human rights record. Yeah, I agree. So apparently in Malaysia, they have a sort of a combination of religious and secular law. For Muslims, because they believe in the Quran and stuff like that, they're culturally followed to obey Sharia law, while the other groups out there, the Chinese who follow Buddhism and the Christians, they don't have to follow that. So they ignore those things. So yeah, they're sort of culturally forced to engage under the system and not be able to express themselves. Now, here's my view on it. I think it's bullshit that Adventure Time, for example, can end with two women characters kissing, but somewhere across the globe, 2 women who express their love, they get their asses whipped for that shit. Sounds kinky, but in fact, it's quite sad, because for one, they're not inflicting harm on anyone else. They're consenting adults. They ought not be punished for this. They ought not be beaten for this. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean, you could check the Islamic State's dating history, the dating history of these Islamic nations. They're filled with shit that and kinks that are heinous according to the Sharia law and the words of the Quran, their hadiths and shit. But somehow they're avoiding punishment. It's ridiculous that these women have to suffer this shit. Okay, so currently, homosexuality is illegal across Malaysia and punishable by canings or a prison sentence of up to 20 years. The dual justice system, we've already went over this. Abdul Rahim Sinwan, deputy president of the Malaysian Muslim Lawyers Association, insisted the punishment was not painful and it intended to educate the women. Yeah. Basically, submit or we'll hurt you. Um, I believe Malaysia is actually one of the countries that are on the Human Rights Board at the UN, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, if that's the case, I don't know how the hell they managed to keep such a position with this kind of record. But yeah, I hope that there could be some kind of reform, like maybe some kind of secular system could be put in place totally, as opposed to um, this dual system of religious and secular, because it doesn't seem to really work according to how these people are treated. But yeah, I hope that this couple finds some way to get out of that situation to where they could express themselves like in their romance and their romantic impulses without worrying about being punished. Um, I hope maybe one day Malaysia could have that kind of reform or something like that if that's possible. But yeah, it's bullshit that in the 21st century, with a good understanding of psychology, of genetics, and of human nature in general, that people um, are still repressing this understanding with hate, fear, and just plain bigotry and violence. And I hope we could overcome that. But that's just my youthful idealism talking. All right, that's my video. That's all I got to say on this. This has been Wolf King. Peace out. If you like this video, you know what to do. Stop at it, there to know. And peace out. El Satan. Good night. Ciao.